A picture of a hand or a person showing the middle finger is generally considered rude by most of us. But did you know that this gesture has a long history going back approximately 2,500 years? It was used by members of certain ancient civilizations as a physical way to insult, provoke, and offend others. Centuries later, the Roman historian Tacitus recorded an incident in which Roman soldiers were met with this vulgar gesture by tribesmen from another nation. Coincidentally, both of these nations are included in our list today. In this video, we'll identify them as we reveal the top 10 rudest nations in the world, based on a combination of historical research and public surveys. It's essential to understand that judging the rudeness of entire nations is highly subjective. Such perceptions can vary dramatically depending on individual experiences and cultural perspectives. Some nations may have more assertive or direct styles of communication, which might be mistaken for rudeness by people from more reserved cultures. In many cases, these perceptions are shaped more by stereotypes and isolated encounters than by the overall character of a nation's people. With that said, let's begin. Number 10. Greece. Every year, around 30 million people visit Greece to enjoy its breathtaking beaches, stunning islands, and ancient historical ruins. While Greeks are generally known for their friendliness, some of their cultural norms might appear harsh to outsiders. Interestingly, the middle finger gesture was actually invented by the ancient Greeks over 2,500 years ago as a way to mock or insult others. Additionally, Greeks often stand quite close when speaking, which can make Westerners uncomfortable, as it may be seen as a violation of personal space. In Greek households, people tend to be outspoken, and at crowded social gatherings, they may get physically closer than many are used to. However, what may seem rude to some is often simply a cultural difference, and some outsiders even find it endearing. Number 9. Poland. Located in the heart of Europe, Poland has long been a cultural crossroads, especially during and after World War II. Although filled with historical landmarks and cultural richness, some visitors perceive the Polish people as blunt or insensitive. However, many argue that Poles are not rude, but simply honest and misunderstood. In fact, Poland has been ranked among the world's most honest countries. This blunt honesty, however, might feel offensive to those not used to such directness. Polish people are often quite candid in expressing opinions, a trait that can be refreshing for those who value transparency. Those who embrace open dialogue may find themselves forming deep and meaningful connections in Poland. Number 8. Israel. Israel is a renowned global tech hub with booming startups, breathtaking landscapes, and a mix of vibrant cultures. However, tourists looking for a laid-back experience may be caught off guard by the directness of Israeli communication. In Israel, honesty and straightforwardness are valued more than cushioning words to avoid hurt feelings. This can come across as blunt or even rude. Israelis have a reputation for speaking their minds regardless of social status. A common joke is that if an Israeli thinks you're a jerk, they'll tell you to your face, and if you ask them to apologize, they might respond, "I'm sorry you're such a jerk." This directness may stem from compulsory military service, where communication is more about clarity than politeness. Israelis believe that being able to tell someone they're wrong is a sign of closeness and comfort. Though many foreigners see this as rudeness, to Israelis, it simply gets things done faster. Number 7. Nigeria. Nigeria is Africa's most populous country, with over 200 million people from diverse ethnic backgrounds and languages. It's rich in cultural heritage, renowned for its music, art, cuisine, and festivals. However, to some foreign visitors, Nigerian communication may seem loud or overly direct. Nigerians often speak with passion and use sarcasm and expressive tones, which may seem aggressive if you don't understand the context. A loud phone conversation may sound like an argument, but end with laughter. Urban Nigerian culture can be fast-paced and competitive. Public transportation and driving often involve assertiveness and strong reactions, including cursing when rules aren't followed. Due to societal norms, Nigerians are often skeptical, questioning the motives behind even simple greetings. They may not say, "Thank you," when you hold a door, as Western etiquette isn't always practiced. Nonetheless, Nigerian culture places deep respect on age and education. What may seem rude from a Western perspective is often simply cultural, and it's unfair to apply outside standards to their behavior. Number 6. Germany. There's a well-known historical tale of Germanic tribes giving the middle finger to Roman soldiers, as documented by Tacitus. This act of defiance was one of the earliest recorded uses of the gesture as an insult. Germany today is known for efficiency, punctuality, order, and world-class car manufacturers like Mercedes-Benz and BMW. However, German communication is extremely direct, with little use for small talk or sugar-coated language. This can appear cold or blunt to some visitors. Germans also follow rules closely. Crossing the street on a red light or being loud in public may earn you disapproving looks. While some believe Germans think of themselves as superior, this stereotype is not necessarily true. Still, surveys show that around 61% of respondents consider Germany among the rudest countries, although this is often more about cultural misunderstanding than actual intent. Number 5. Saudi Arabia. Located in the heart of the Middle East, Saudi Arabia is deeply rooted in tradition. Practices like gender separation, conservative dress codes, and pausing business for prayer may seem strange to foreigners but are fundamental to Saudi life. Some visitors may feel disconnected due to these unfamiliar customs. However, these traditions are based on religious and cultural values, not rudeness. Visiting Saudi Arabia with an open mind and willingness to understand local customs can lead to a respectful and enriching experience. Number 4. Russia. Russia is a vast country with stunning natural beauty and a profound history. However, cultural differences can make the experience challenging for outsiders. Language barriers are common, as many Russians speak limited English, which can lead to awkward or misunderstood interactions. Russians also tend to be more reserved and serious, often avoiding small talk or smiling at strangers. This formality can feel cold to extroverted travelers. The historical struggles Russians have endured, especially during the Cold War era, may contribute to this guarded behavior. Yet beneath the stoic exterior lies a warm and hospitable spirit, if you're patient enough to uncover it. Due to the ongoing conflict with Ukraine, travel to Russia may not be advisable at present. Number 3. China. With over 1.4 billion people, China is the most populous nation on Earth. Its culture spans thousands of years, but for some, cultural norms can lead to misunderstandings. Chinese people often communicate directly and practically, which may seem rude to others. Language barriers also add to the challenge. Behaviors like spitting in public, though discouraged, are still seen in certain areas and may offend foreign visitors. However, most Chinese people are not trying to be disrespectful, these are cultural norms that have evolved differently. Patience and understanding are crucial to navigating this complex and dynamic country. Number 2. India. India is a vibrant and colorful land full of diverse traditions, warm hospitality, and rich cultural heritage. However, tourists sometimes find the lack of social boundaries startling. Common behaviors include cutting in line, talking loudly, standing too close, and touching others' belongings without permission. Spitting from buses and sticking gum under public seats also draw complaints. Despite such habits, India is also a land where opportunism often overshadows etiquette, especially in bustling urban areas. Reader's Digest once labeled Mumbai the rudest city in the world. But this is not the full picture. Politeness in India is often regional and subjective. Many Indians are inherently kind. It's the cultural norms that may seem impolite to outsiders. Number 1. France. France enchants visitors with its romance, cuisine, art, and history. From café culture to scenic strolls along the Seine, the French lifestyle is truly charming. However, tourists often complain about French people being unfriendly or aloof. The French avoid casual conversations with strangers and value proper introductions. Their communication is direct. They may offer blunt criticism without softening the message. Excessive politeness, over-smiling, and flattery are often viewed as fake or insincere. In French schools, student grades are discussed openly, and public critique is normal, which may seem offensive in more privacy-conscious cultures. Service in France also contrasts with American hospitality. Servers aren't expected to smile or make small talk. they simply do their job. This can be interpreted as rudeness by foreign diners, especially Americans. However, if you attempt to speak even a few words in French, it can go a long way in earning local respect. Overall, the French value frankness over feigned courtesy, a cultural difference that just takes time to adjust to. Final thoughts: this list highlights the top 10 nations often perceived as rude. Still, it's vital to remember that rudeness is largely subjective and often rooted in cultural misunderstandings. When interacting with people from different backgrounds, always approach with an open mind and a willingness to learn. Curiosity, patience, and cultural awareness can turn a perceived insult into an opportunity for growth and deeper connection. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights on culture, travel, and beyond. Until next time, take care.